Today I'm making my very untraditional but seasonal and very delicious Chirashi recipe with cod and blood oranges. So to start off, I'm making my cheat sushi rice, which I know, don't come at me, is not traditional at all either, but it works with what you've got in the cupboard. So what you want to do is start off by making a sushi vinegar with any kind of white vinegar and some sugar and stirring it until it's dissolved. And then for the rice, I'm doing my usual wash, soak, drain, cover with cold water, bring to the boil. But at this point, I'm going to add salt and stir it really vigorously. Then reduce the heat, steam it with a lid on, and then once it's cooked, remove from the heat, add the sushi vinegar and stir that vigorously until it starts to stick together. If you're happy with the seasoning level, then you leave it to cool, pop it in the fridge until it's fully nicely cold. So in the meantime, we can work on our marinade and our toppings. So I'm starting off by prepping my blood oranges, and I'm gonna make some suprême with them. So if you're not familiar with that, it's a way of removing all the pith and zest and creating some very nice fancy segments, which are really satisfying to eat and look very pretty. And it's actually very simple. You just top and tail it, and then you follow the outside curve with a knife until you've removed all of the skin, revealed the flesh, and then you can go in and cut your little segments just in between each little bit of film. Just be careful, take your time, and work around the entire orange. Then I'm squeezing out all of the juice that's left in there, and I'm going to use that for my marinade. I'm going in with other citrus, so half a lemon juice goes in and half a lime juice goes in, and then I'm going to remove those pips, which obviously no one wants, and then stir that so it's all evenly distributed. And oh, just look at that color. I'm obsessed, love it. Then I'm going in with some grated ginger, about half a thumb size, some red chili just finely chopped, and add as much as you want if you like it really spicy. Just taste the chili so you know about how much is needed, but I go for half a red chili, some coriander leaves, and then some soy sauce, and then stir all that to combine and taste to make sure the seasoning does need to be adjusted. Like if it's not salty enough, add more soy sauce. You get the drift. Now for the fish, I'm using some wild-caught cod because I think white fish goes really nicely with citrus, but you can use salmon or whatever you fancy. That's really up to you. But the main thing is to dice it up into bite-sized pieces, and we're going to put it in our marinade, and it's going to cook in that soy and citrus acid mix. So smaller pieces, the quicker it'll cook. So it depends on the time you have, but also I just like a bite-sized piece as the mouthfeel for it. Then I'm also adding a golden beetroot, which I've pre-cooked, and dicing that up, and I'm gonna try and cut it in cubes about the same size as the cod. Obviously, you don't have to be super precise with this, but I find this is quite a nice special dish, so it's worth just taking your time to make it look nice. And of course, you can use purple beetroot, you don't have to use golden. That will also look really nice with all the reds and the oranges going on. So then the cod goes into our marinade, stir it until it's evenly mixed in, and that can go in the fridge to marinate. Then I've got a nori sheet, which I'm just going to cut up with scissors into little pieces, which I can garnish my chirashi with. And all that's left to do then is to assemble, pat down the rice at the bottom of the bowl with some wet hands just to give it that more compact sushi-like texture, and then add all your toppings. And I'm also adding a few spoonfuls of fish eggs for the extra saltiness, umami, and texture. But feel free to mix up all these toppings and let me know what you make of it.